And to dig deeper into Spain's general election and what each party is offering to voters, I'm joined by Javier Ruperez from Madrid. He's the senior advisor on Europe at the Center for Strategic and International Studies. Javier, we know high unemployment, labor reforms, and austerity measures are part of all of this disenchantment. But what is actually pushing the voters to abandon this current ruling Popular Party they've been with for years?
Well, from the beginning, these last 4 years have been a rather difficult time for all Spaniards, and the middle class has been struck very solidly by the measures taken by the government. But at the same time, austerity was something to be done. We had to put the general accounts of the country back to shape, and basically this is what they have done, much to the suffering of all the people. But the economic situation has improved. I think that what we are watching right now is not so much, or not only the suffering or the indignation or the protests against the economic situation, but rather a general wish to change the politics of the country, and this is why we are going to have four parties instead of two, playing the game. This is a game changer, but I think the reasons are rather complex, and it's not only the austerity and the unemployment, but a number of other political reasons which we are watching right now as a result to be taken into account.
Javier, when you look at the landscape, though, some would say Rajoy has seen Spain through some tough times. Right now, Spain's economy growing at 3%, among one of the highest rates in Europe.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. The thing is that there is a contrast between the macroeconomy and the microeconomy. The macroeconomy is doing well, and I think it is to be expected that whatever the result of the government is concerned, we'll be able to keep that stability going on. That's one thing. On the other side, there is a microeconomy which is not going that far. I mean, not all the sectors of the population have been positively affected by that 3% growth, and well, the mix is just to be able to keep that growth going on, at the same time to keep the political stability going on. And we'll see how these results make that possible. This is the crux of the matter right now.
So do you feel like there is some momentum growing in Europe, that there's a feeling, I mean, voters in Greece and Portugal have ousted their governments. Is this a trend going on?
Well, we have a number of changes in Europe. On one side, we have that populist party, and we have one strong one, which is Podemos, the one which is going to be apparently either the second or the third force in parliament, which is quite a significant step. But that's populism on the left, but we have populism on the right, like the Front National in France as well. We have some sort of populism in the Labour Party in England as well. We have other populism in the rest of Europe. So that feeling of insatisfaction with the present situation is pushing people forward either to the radical left or to the radical right. And Europe is in the middle of a quagmire as well. So we have to take all those questions into account and see how we can sort of find a solution where austerity is not only the rule, but at the same time the way to get out of the crisis that started 4 years ago practically. So that's where we are. We have to take into account, whether we like it or not, the rise of populism.